What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new commentary video. As always, this podcast is sponsored by W Energy. You can use code POINTC10 for 10% off of anything on their website. But as always, everybody, we do have a viewer suggestion here, so I'm going to go ahead and read that really quick. What's going on, Hunter? My name is Matthew. I have a really quick question for you. I feel like I'm being invalidated by my friends. I feel like I'm only invited to things if I reach out. What should I do about this, and how would you handle this? Well, this is a great question because it's something that I've kind of wanted to touch on for a bit, but I haven't really found the good opportunity to sit down and touch on it. And that has to do with the idea of it's this method called let them do it. There's a couple different ways of looking at it. You can look at the idea of let them do it when it comes to chores or things like that, but I also like to use it in this context with friends. So here's our issue that you are having. You are feeling that you are being invalidated by your friends. You feel that you are not being asked to hang out. You feel that you are not really having people reach out to you, and you want to feel included without needing to reach out and to be the one to make communication, which is a fair thing, and a lot of people feel this way. But what the main thing is that a lot of people decide that they are just going to let this continue to go on. They feel that they are going to basically just reach out forever and always, and that they are always going to be the person that texts and says, hey, what's the moves? Or that they have to feel included by asking. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about basically working towards the goal of not needing to do that. So here's the thing. So number one, stop communicating. Stop communicating. That's the number one thing that I want to tell you is simply do not give them the satisfaction of having you reach out. Let them reach out and see if they are a true friend. And here's the beauty of it is it's going to be a nice little test for you to be able to figure out, are they true friends? Do they care about you? Do they want you in their lives or not? And this is sort of a test that I use a lot. Just basically figure out, are they going to reach out? Are they going to communicate with me, or am I going to have to communicate with them? And the simple answer is this, is that if they do not reach out to you and you keep feeling left out and you are left out in things, guess what? Fucking end that friendship, brother. Press that little block button. That is my genuine response to you, is do not give people the satisfaction of having to reach out, having to be the person that communicates. That should not always be how it has to be, especially if there are other people in the group and it is clear that you are the only one that is doing this. It is unfair to you, and it sort of like creates this codependency even if you don't realize it. Because here's the thing, you're not creating a dependency from yourself. That's not what the goal is here. The idea isn't, oh, I want them to basically be dependent off of me. Absolutely fucking not. That is the complete opposite of what we are doing here. What we are doing in this first step is we're basically testing, do they care enough to invite me to things? Or am I the one that always needs to reach out to them to do things, right? That's not how it should always go. And this isn't like a test that I would do if like one time they forgot to invite you, or one or two times, you've been the one that has to make plans or put things together. No, what I'm telling you is that if this is a continued pattern that you continue to see, I would absolutely start running tests like this. Test people in your life. Figure out, do they actually care about you? Do they want you around? Do they think about you? That's what I want you to do. That's the point of this test, is to figure out, are they even bothering to think about me? And I do the same thing in like personal relationships too. Are you the one that's always having to reach out to your girlfriend? Are you the one that's always having to reach out to your mom? Are you the one that's always having to reach out to your friends? If you are the one that has to reach out, then that's not a true friendship. That's not a true relationship. What that is that you are creating a codependency. And basically you are letting them know that you do not value yourself. You do not value your own time. You do not respect yourself. If you want people to respect you, you need to be able to respect yourself, is the number one thing that I always tell people, is that if you demand respect, you need to be able to command respect. If you command respect, you need to learn how to be able to demand it from the people in your life. If what you want in your life is to be able to have a good amount of respect, a good amount of power, all these things, is you need to learn how to command it. You need to be able to learn how you're going to turn your relationships into situations where you're not the one without the power. Because a lot of people don't realize the value of power in their life. And this is one of the ways that you can sort of test it, and one of the ways that you can sort of demonstrate, like, look, I'm not going to be somebody that is going to be your guys' fucking doormat. I'm not going to be the one that's going to sit here and let you guys walk all over me. I'm not going to be that guy. What I'm going to be is I'm going to be a member of this group, because a lot of people fall into this camp without realizing it. And I've done it with friends, and sometimes it kind of hurts to realize that maybe they aren't care about you that much, maybe don't value you. But I would also argue is that if you're in a relationship with a friend or a girlfriend or a parent, whatever it may be, and you are the one that is constantly having to reach out, then it's time to cut that relationship off, in my opinion. opinion. It's not adding anything to your life. And a lot of people will tell me, but I still care about them. And that's great that you still care about them. But are they caring about you the same way that you care about them? It doesn't seem like it. So what value are you gaining from the relationship? The fact that you have a friend? That's not what a friend is. A friend isn't somebody that you have to feel that you need to reach out to. And like I mentioned, just because they do it once or twice doesn't mean that it's time to go into fucking DEFCON mode. Absolutely not. Not everybody's perfect. I've talked about that a lot. I've done it too. But the thing is also is that if you feel that your feelings are being invalidated, prove it. Prove it to yourself, prove it to them that your feelings are being invalidated, and just move on. And you can do this in other aspects of your life too. You can sort of figure that out at work. You can figure it out, I've done it at work and jobs where I stopped slowly doing things, or I stopped slowly interacting with certain ways or whatever, and to sort of see how people at work react to it. Are they missing that old spirit of yours or not? And if they don't point it out, and maybe it's time that you move on to a new company, or maybe it's time that you move on to a different department, whatever it may be. But you need to be able to sort of set boundaries for yourself, and you need to be able to tell yourself that I'm going to command respect from myself, and I want that from others. Everybody wants respect, but if we don't demand it, in a lot of cases we don't get it. And you need to be able to learn how to earn it is sort of the message here, is that you need to be able to learn, demand respect from people in your life, because nobody's just going to hand it out to you. And if you want it, you're going to need to earn it, and you need to be able to prove to yourself that you can earn it. So that's at least what I would recommend to do, is just sort of like sit down and just like stop responding to them. Not stop responding, I'm sorry. Don't be the one that reaches out. Sort of be the person that sort of lets them reach out to you, and see if your feelings are being invalidated, and if you are the one that is going to be somebody that they miss. And the truth of the matter is, like I've already mentioned, is if they don't reach out, what are you really losing? They're people that clearly weren't really caring about you, and they were sort of, an inactive friend in your life. So that's what I would really recommend you do. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I know today wasn't crazy long, but I didn't really, I felt like I could kind of explain the topic pretty well. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, there's a link to join our Discord down in the description. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like this kind of content moving forward. And as always, have a good rest of your day.
Pain and fear that turns into doubt. Yeah, you find peace inside your mind as we lay here on this couch, and that's even though you know this moment may not last past now. It's not fair. Yeah, in my ear, Mark, are you wasting my time? We're so hard to define. It's a shame a name will eliminate time. Cause what's forever to a fly is forever till we die. Never let you have your way.